You know, I'm actually getting my full plugola here, but
I'm not doing
keep
any.
going,
I'm going to go through all the plugs, and we'll get down to some actual subject matter here. Wednesday night, in addition to the Intruder, aka I Hate Your Guts, aka Shame, which will be there also. We're going to have a special start time that night because we've been getting a lot of overwhelming demand and hate mail and bad phone calls. So we're going to start at 6 p.m. Wednesday night only, okay? Just so you folks understand that. Because we don't want anyone to come down and see this show just because the country's in a state of turmoil right now. We've had this scheduled for months. It's just a pure coincidence that what's going on in LA is going on while we're showing I Hate Your Guts. And Devil's, just to show you that it's a coincidence, we're showing Devil's Angels, and there's no outbreak of Hell's Angelism going on right now anywhere in the country, starring John Cassavetes. That's showing along with I Hate Your Guts Wednesday night at the same program.
You don't know that for sure, right?
We're not positive.
Now, there's one more thing here, and then there's one last column for Thursday night here.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Right,
that's the big one. We're showing the world premiere of Sleazemania the movie, which is basically all of the best scenes from my Sleazemania video series, which has been like it shipped platinum maybe 7 or 8 years ago. It's the #1 selling video probably in the history of videotapes.
Released on Rhino.
Yeah, released on Rhino. I'm showing all the best parts of all 3 of those, which is the Smut Peddler and things like that. And I've got a whole bunch of new stuff
Smut Peddler,
which isn't out on video. And I'll be there in person to answer all questions like whatever happened to the Smut Peddler, what is he doing now, Pin Down Girls, all of the highlights you know and love from the Sleazemania series.
Are you going to have the Smut Peddler trailer?
Well,
the trailer's going to be there. It's
that's excellent. That's the best piece of film I've seen.
That's the best.
Okay, and just for those of you shut-ins, we're going to have a special last-minute add-on, which is the first Manhattan showing in 35 years of Alias the Champ, starring Gorgeous George and Tor Johnson. Both of whom were personal friends of mine. You probably know that on the movie. So we're going to be showing that. And most people would probably a Radio City Music Hall would base a whole month around showing Alias the Champ. An original 16 print, not one of these butchered things like you see on WGN. This is the original uncut full-length feature, unseen in 35 years if it was even shown then. And we're just showing that as a warm-up for Sleazemania the movie, and then my live show, Johnny Legend.
Yeah. That's going to be amazing. You were amazing. You were amazing at the strip last time you were here.
You saw me in person, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. And what I was amazed at was that
what is this going down? The sun's coming down the hall.
What do we do about that busy
Don't worry about that down the hall.
hi, come on in. Hi.
Hello there.
Much like Alias the Champ is being added to the program Thursday night,
Sleazemania
we're now
girl
adding guests in
Sleazemania girl over here.
What do you say?
What's going on here? What's this?
This is Sleazemania girls.
A Sleazemania. They're the Sleazemania girls.
This is my friend Jackie.
Jackie Sleazemania, hello. Janet Sleazemania.
So hop right
The
on in, grab
Sleazemania
a
sisters.
Thank you, I'll do my best.
Okay, there we go. Find a seat or a pillar to sit on, or don't lean against that. That's a bed from a show you don't want to know about.
And don't get me wrong, I feel better than I look, and I look pretty good.
What is this? What
And
do you
just
do?
remember, I just hit 30. The only trouble is it looks like I hit it going 60.
And don't forget,
Okay.
Johnny Legend will be there every night at the Acme to talk, answer your questions.
who's
Don't
backing
get you got a problem? What's with this guy?
Gary, shut up.
Man.
Who's backing you up? Thursday night?
Once
What
again,
is this?
and
Wait,
they're out
wait,
there
wait,
watching tonight, trying to learn the songs.
We do not
The
promote
world
alcohol
famous Blue Jays
consumption
will be
on this
backing
show.
me up
No,
at the
no,
show.
no.
But you'll also be appearing with the A-Bones this Saturday.
This Saturday, I'm doing a surprise appearance with the A-Bones, and I guess it'll be a surprise no one at Brownies, yeah.
Brownies.
That's coming up
Brownies? Is
within
that an
48
actual
hours of
food?
where we sit tonight. Yeah, 48 hours. I'll be with the A-Bones at Brownies.
All right.
Incredible. Well, you know, there must be 5 million people out there in the city who are not watching the show, but there are 3 others who are calling in.
Of course.
So let's
somebody
talk
has
to
to
that
find
people.
out.
Before, ladies and gentlemen, while you're thinking of an idiotic question to call in and ask me, we need to know someone to tell us there's a convention that's going to be appearing at this Saturday and Sunday
What's the name of
in
it?
Hackensack, and I don't know the name of the convention. I'd like to find out the name, but I think it's at a place called the Romano Inn. A lot of stellar personalities are going to be there. Frank Stevens will be there.
In Hackensack?
In Hackensack.
That's
Bob,
a great name for a horror convention, Hackensack.
Okay, it could be the Hackensack Holocaust. We're trying to get that confirmed. Real quickly, I know Bob Martin, the former editor of Fangoria, is going to be there. The great Dave Friedman, the man who started the whole grindhouse philosophy, the man who wrote Youth of Babylon,
What's going
is
on
going to
here?
be there.
Okay,
And
fine.
this
Go
is a
ahead.
great convention this Saturday and Sunday, and I'm going to be one of the surprise guests there, and I don't know the name of the
You're
convention.
surprised? Well, all the people it's not a surprise anymore. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what's going to happen. You know, don't take anything personally from these people. They are psychotic and probably just being allowed out to watch a show. Hello?
Jesus, Willie, the invasion of the Yahoos.
The Invasion? Is that a movie?
Next question.
Yeah, that sounds like it, doesn't it? Hey, how about when we get a little violence in Kiev or in St. Petersburg or someplace like that, we think it's marvelous. But when the downtrodden classes rise in the United States, it becomes a criminal matter. Ain't that a bit?
What show does he think he's calling this guy?
Do you want an answer that's politically
I want
correct,
you to answer this.
or do you just want an aesthetically accurate answer?
Aesthetically accurate, PC no good
I'll
on this.
tell you
No,
what,
I want to talk to Larry. Larry, I want your opinion.
Well,
Is that strawberry chewing gum you got there?
I got the banana strawberry.
That's banana strawberry chewing gum.
Banana.
You know, I don't think any answer from a man who chews banana strawberry chewing gum will be worth it.
Stay tuned for the riots this summer. New York.
Where?
Here, everywhere. There's gonna be
What? Well, let's
riots.
how can we start a riot? I can't wait till summer.
I want to demonstrate.
How can
Do
we
you want to
start
know
a riot?
really
Johnny,
why
we want to start a
you want me
riot.
to give this guy a serious answer? The
Yes.
reason we don't feel as sorry for these people in these other countries when they start looting and all that, you go to the average department store, 7-Eleven and so forth, anywhere in the Ukraine or let's say these third world countries like England, okay? There's nothing to loot. You go in there, even if you let the public go at large, they're not going to take the stuff for free. There's nothing there to take.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, let's face it.
Well, I was watching.
Jailed piece of
Even
bread.
those hot dogs are gone.
Willie, you keep getting interrupted. What is? Can you hear this other extraneous voice that's coming over? I can hear it.
The extraneous voice is coming over.
Yes, an
We're all
interrupted.
extraneous.
You're on a
No,
party line.
there's someone. There's another phone conversation on the line.
Have a call, put some
You're
drugs.
probably
No, we don't hear it.
You're listening to 2 talk shows at once, sir.
Anyway,
That's only inadvertent.
Please turn up your set at home.
It's only
you should get your
inadvertent.
own. You need your own show. Oh, okay, we gotta go.
Go on.
Bye. Talk to you next week. Hello.
I want to say that Rapid T Rabbit's a fucking homo.
Sounded all fucking.
And me without a beeper.
At least he's doing.
Next time a guy starts using that kind of off-color language, just give me a quick wink and I'll go, which you may remember from Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Yes, I
Now,
do.
I got a question for Johnny. Why don't you tell us how you got started first in the in the
Do we
music
need to
business?
know?
First
Oh,
in the
yes.
music
Yeah,
business?
first
Well,
in
I
music.
come from the city of San Fernando, which is the town where Plan 9 from Outer Space takes place. It's also the town where Richie Villains lived and passed away a few miles away from there. People like Tor Johnson lived in the town. I was surrounded by culture morning, noon, and night.
I mean, there's like some sort of magnetic waves in that town that cause people
Is
to
it
be-
true that Tor Johnson cheated playing poker?
No, it's not true. No, it's not true at all.
There's pretty bad rumors about a dead
In
person.
fact,
Go ahead.
you want to know how honest Tor was? When Tor appeared in the late 40s at the Senate Wrestling Investigation hearing, the very first one before the blacklist hearings, they tried to pin Tor down, and Tor was a very honest man. He sat there.
But he's too big for them to pin down.
Right, but all the cameras, the eyes of the world were on him, and this is one of these irritating things you still hear to this day, so that some hotshot senator trying to make it to the White House said, Mr. Johnson, could you please tell us once and for all, are the matches fixed, yes or no? And Tor looked right at the camera, dead on, and said, no! And then he winked and said, match not broken, no need to fix.
There you go.
And that's how I got into music.
That's, I mean, that's
This is a great
inspiration.
photo.
Oh, okay, we gotta show that. Well, actually, let's show the videotape.
Yeah, let's show that.
Okay,
We,
that's,
we can't show this. Here's Johnny.
That's a shot from me in the late 70s. You see, back in the 50s and 60s, I looked basically the way I do now. Believe it or not, this is a true story.
Well, you were a DJ in the 70s.
Well, in the late 70s, trying to cash in on this Happy Days and pre-Stray Cats kind of a mania, I adopted that look for a year or two, and then I finally got my guts back and returned to the look I had going back to the 50s.
Now,
when I used to pal around with Gorgeous George and people like that.
What was that name again of the softcore film that you produced and you were
Nothing
playing a
softcore
DJ?
about
Nothing softcore. There's nothing softcore
Well,
about
you've
me in
been
any way,
mad.
shape, or form. That was
Wait
a
a minute.
hardcore pseudo-porno film called
Pseudo.
Young, Hot, and Nasty Teenage Cruisers. I wrote, produced, and directed it,
That's a
and
great
starred
film.
in it in my
How about
spare
the
time.
soundtrack?
Great music.
The soundtrack came
Flaming
out on Rolling
Boogies are
Rock.
in it?
No,
Who's
no,
in there?
No hopheads, deadbeats, or derelicts, or any other form
None
of
of your
human
friends were in the
flotsam.
film.
Oh,
The people that are in it are people like Wildman Tony Khan, who's featured in Life magazine. The great Serena is in it.
The great Serena.
My late great friend John Holmes is in the film, even though I never
he
met the guy.
comes in that movie
Huh?
like no one comes in the
Hey,
world. I mean, he
hey,
just comes.
Why don't
he
you call
comes
us on
for-
the phone so we can bleep you?
You say what you want about John Holmes, but as an actor, he just kept
No,
growing.
remember, he's in
Yeah.
the van and he's just coming.
No, that's not John Holmes.
Well, who
That's
was that?
that's a guy named Johnny, who was Serena's boyfriend at the time, the co-star of the film. Holmes only appears in the swimming pool scenes at the beginning of the
All right,
feature.
I'm
So,
sorry.
so another guy named Johnny, but it was obvious.
Yeah,
you know,
you're starting to sound like a guy who's only read about the film and not actually
Yeah,
seen it.
one of those.
I never
What we
saw it.
doing
I
here?
never even heard of it before.
Well-
Sounds amazing. Is there any way to find this film? Like, I'm gonna look.